Good afternoon, madam. My name is Kesavraj, son of Rajendran. I am from class DCE 2A and my matrix number is 33 DCE 21F1023.
My name is Sarashini Kopan Gunasekharan and my matrix number is 33DC21F1024.
And we are from class DCE 2A. So today we are going to talk about Izod Impact Test. So the objective is to find the impact resistance of mild steel and cast iron. So the apparatus used is impact test machine. Step 1 is select the Izod test specimen, which is the mild steel. So these are the length, breadth, depth and depth of notch D for mild steel. Step 2. Test for friction loss is conducted by adjusting the pointer to under 64 joules. Then, the pendulum is released by operating the lever without keeping the specimen. Loss of energy due to friction EF is equals to 2 joule. Step 3 of trial 1 is the Izod test specimen as per Indian standard IS 3766-1977 is placed in position. So this is the radius of curvature of striking edge and test piece, striking height, angle of tip striker, direction of impact, angle between underside of striker and face of test piece, and lastly the supports. Step 4. The pendulum is released. The hammer strikes against the specimen, breaks it and swings further than the observation is noted down. The test piece was not broken by striking energy of the testing machine, so the impact value obtained is indefinite. So the observations of trial 1, which is initial energy of the hammer, is 164 joule. The average loss of energy due to friction EF is equals to 2 joule. The total loss of energy ET during transit of hammer is indefinite. And lastly, energy for failure of specimen, which is Ku over impact value, or also equals to ET minus EF, is indefinite too.
And step 3 for trial 2 is the Izod test specimen as per Indian standard IS 3766-1977 is placed in position. Selected specimen is mild steel, so these are the length, breadth, depth of notch D. Step 4. The pendulum is released. The hammer strikes against the specimen, breaks it and swings further than the observation is noted down. Total loss of energy during transit of hammer ET is equals to 56 joules. Energy for failure of specimen ET minus EF is equals to 54 joules. While the observation is the initial energy of the hammer 164 joules. Average loss of energy due to the friction EF is equals to 2 joules. Total loss of energy ET during transit of hammer is 56 joule. While lastly, energy for failure of specimen, which is equals to Ku over impact value is equals to ET minus EF, is 54 joules.
Trial 3 of step 3. The Izod test specimen as per Indian standard IS 3766-1977 is placed in position. So the selected specimen is mild steel. So these are the length, breadth, depth and depth of notch D. Step 4. The pendulum is released. The hammer strikes against the specimen, breaks it and swings further than the observation is noted down. Total loss of energy during transit of hammer ET equals to 41 joule. Energy of failure of specimen ET minus EF is 39 joule. So these are the observations. So observations for trial 1, trial 2 and trial 3. So the average energy for failure of specimen is equals to 46.5 joule.
So, the conclusion for the Izod Impact Test is to conclude that impact test is test used in studying the toughness of material. Toughness is connected with both ductility and the strength of the material, and also impact test involves the sudden and dynamic application of the load. In this test, we will see response of the material under dynamic loading and impact loading applied to the specimen. This will also give a general idea about brittleness and ductility change with respect to temperature. Thank you. That's all from us.
Thank you.